This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given the values of R and C, and after that we are given a R cross C integer matrix as input. So now our task is to convert this integer matrix into array of integers, and while storing the integers of matrix into the array, we have to store from the end. So our task is only to implement a function named getArrayFromMatrix. So let us see how we will be storing the integers into the array. So the last integer in the matrix is 11. So the first integer in the array will be 11. And then the next integer in the matrix is 99, 88, 77, 66. And after finishing this row, we have to move 95, 86, 76, 65. So like this is how we should be taking the integers from the matrix and store into our array. So in our expected output, we can see that the array contains the integers like 11, 99, 88, 77, 66, 95, 86. So this is how we are storing the integers into the array. So our task is only to implement a function named getArrayFromMatrix, which is expected to return a pointer to the structure bounded array. So the structure bounded array has two variables, an integer named size and an integer pointer ARR. So we should be storing the array into the pointer ARR, and we should be storing the length of the array into the size, and we should return a pointer to that structure variable. So this is what the function getArrayFromMatrix is expected. So now let us see how we will be implementing that function. So this is that function named getArrayFromMatrix, and here we can see that it is expected to return a pointer to the structure named bounded array, and it accepts two integers and a two-dimensional array in the arguments. So this two-dimensional array is the matrix. So now we have to store the integers of the matrix into a array. So I'm creating an array named ARR of size 10,000 and an integer variable named length, and I'm initially setting it to 0. So now we are going to store the integers of the matrix into the array. So as per the given conditions, I'm creating a nested loop such a way that the I loop iterates from R minus 1 till 0. Similarly, the J loop also iterates from C minus 1 till 0. So we are iterating as per the conditions given in the question, and in every iteration I am storing the integer present at the index ij into the array named ARR. So finally, after the execution of the loop, we would have stored the integers as per the requirement. Now we have to store this array into a bounded array and return a pointer to that bounded array. So first I am creating two variables to the bounded array. So the first variable name is BARR and the second is a pointer, and I am storing the address of BARR in the PTR. So now both are linked. So whatever the changes we are going to make in BARR is going to reflect in PTR. So now we have to store the array and length into the bounded array. So the bounded array variable has two things. It has an integer size and an integer pointer. So using the dot operator we can access them. So BARR dot size is equal to length, and similarly we have to store the array into the structure variable, and finally return the pointer to that structure variable, so that in the main function we will be printing the output in the required format. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.